Oh boy. As we know, most politicians are incredibly annoying, but occasionally, once in a while, one of those politicians reaches for the stars and transgresses into levels that actually become pathological and dangerous to our rights. And in this case, we might just have seen it over the weekend from Connecticut left-wing Democrat Senator Chris Murphy when he decided to tweet that the Second Amendment, as we understand it, the right to keep and bear arms, is actually imaginary. Yeah, evidently induced by the school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas, just about a day before, Senator Murphy decided to spew forth a tweet that said, quote, "I support the real Second Amendment, not the imaginary Second Amendment," end quote. Hey, thanks so much for insulting our intelligence, Senator Murphy. You're quite a guy. And since we actually have the capacity to read the Second Amendment and find out what it says, and we can compare it to what you say it says, let's see who's actually imaginary, Senator Murphy. You see, the Second Amendment was written to prohibit any level of government in the United States from infringing on the pre-existing right to self-defense with a weapon. Any weapon, Senator. It reads, quote, "A well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Pretty clear and emphatic, isn't it, Senator Murphy? Well, Senator Murphy disagrees, you see. He said in his tweet that the Second Amendment, quote, "isn't absolute. It allows Congress to wake up to reality and ban these assault rifles that are designed for one purpose only, to kill as many people as fast as possible," end quote. Which, on the superficial side, is inappropriate in the first place because the accused killer didn't use a so-called assault rifle. He used explosives, a .38 caliber revolver, and a shotgun. The same type of shotgunny kind of thing that tough guy Joe Biden told people to get to defend their homes.
If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun.
Remember that? I do. And of course, the accused is 17 years old. He also stole the weapons, allegedly, from his father. So, A, being 17 years old, the statutes on the federal level prohibit him from carrying those firearms in the first place. And B, he stole them from his father, which is also prohibited by statute. It's almost as if people with criminal intent are willing to break laws in order to commit the larger crimes, Senator Murphy. How bizarre that is. But deeper than the superficial level of this is the fact that Mr. Murphy makes such insulting and elitist statements, completely disregarding and showing such a lack of respect for the meaning of the very definition of the Second Amendment and the meaning of the definition of rights. The term rights goes back to Old English and Old German, and it was derived from the idea of what was proper. You see, back then they thought right-handedness was proper, and so to do what was right meant you were doing what was proper. Sorry, lefties out there. But this is carried through to mean the concept of negative reciprocity. Again, I've said this before, it's the idea of you have a right to be left alone by me, and I have a right to be left alone by you. And inherent as part of that is the right to self-defense against aggressors. But Mr. Murphy has very aggressive hands and ideas, perhaps, because he wants to redefine the meaning of rights and says, of course, a right is not absolute. I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, that's the very definition of right.
And yet, let's just admit, we're going the wrong way, not the right way.
Perhaps the senator would like to think a little more before he gets his hands a-tweeting next time. We will watch this closely, Senator. Thank you, who are supportive of the concept of rights, for watching and spreading the word. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For MRC-TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.